What's up, guys? So obviously the market looks like dog crap. That's kind of what I was expecting because the momentum on the weekly time frame turned negative, and that's when obviously you want to be selling covered calls against your strategy minimum, and also take profit depending on obviously where you think we are in the cycle. At this point, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to make this video super quick and give you guys some bullet points. So obviously just Bitcoin, I'm gonna show you guys the new indicators I've been coding with AI. They've been extremely accurate, and I just wanted to show you guys the specific key levels. This was basically the support. We went exactly to that level. Yesterday we actually bounced on it, but now today we have now broken this level. And as I mentioned in my last video, if this continues, the next levels are going to be 80 to 70k for Bitcoin. And at the moment, if we do not reclaim this level of 86,000, we're going straight to that next level below, which is $70,000. So for Bitcoin, guys, you really just want to keep an eye on the volume weighted MACD of the weekly time frame. That is the most important trend following metric you want to look at. So personally, I like to have the fast lane to 10 and the slow lane to 20. It kind of gives a leading signal. I warned you guys that basically there is one thing I'm waiting for to really start getting the hell out of Bitcoin, and that is the monthly time frame, right? It's the same volume weighted MACD that I'm looking at, and right now, guys, it doesn't look good, right? I'm not gonna put sprinkles on the cupcake. It looks like crap. In my humble opinion, I do think that it no longer is a debate if this Bitcoin cycle is different. It is, in my humble opinion. I think the entire crypto cycle was completely different this cycle. And yeah, this could be the top. I'm not sure. At the end of the day, I try to be a systematic trader. And so for me, my stop loss is the volume weighted MACD on the monthly time frame. Is if that crosses, most likely we're going to go to, way lower levels. And that could obviously mean the top for this cycle. To be clear, the good news is on the other side, I don't think the bear market is going to be as vicious, which is a good thing. So obviously before we had massive drawdowns in the price of Bitcoin, it's going to be an amazing buying opportunity for next cycle, but I would just be very cautious right now. If this crosses just like it did in the past, it tends to mean that we're entering a bear market. So those are my thoughts on Bitcoin. I was, telling you guys to buy in 2023. I honestly had higher hopes for Bitcoin based on historical patterns. We should have went to $170,000, $180,000 USD per Bitcoin. But if this cycle is different, we could have massive drawdowns if that volume weighted MACD crosses to the downside. So I just wanted to show you guys my stop loss and how I'm navigating this, because a lot of people right now, in my humble opinion, are just talking about buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. And well, yeah, sure, but when the monthly momentum shifts, I mean, you gotta get out. To be clear, if you only have 2-3% allocation of your capital to Bitcoin or to crypto, okay, you're not gonna die, right? This is more a warning for people like me that have a lot of size when it comes to crypto. I already had some covered calls, obviously, so I'm hedged. But if this continues, yeah, we will most likely start the bear market. So it's not 100% sure, but in my humble opinion right now, it's 50-50. So it's kind of hard. So hopefully this gives you guys some good insights. All right, guys. So Tesla, my worst trade by far. This is probably the biggest bag fumble I've done in my entire life when it comes to trading. I called the bottom on this channel. I called the entire move up to about 500, right? We almost went there. And like an idiot, I took zero profit. I lost all my unrealized gains. I lost more than, 6 figures. Yeah, this is a lot of money. I'm not happy. It's very simple. It's all about Elon Musk. He went rogue. He's now, in my humble opinion, he destroyed the value of Tesla on the short term. It's really bad. He's not even CEO anymore. Honestly, he just clocked out literally since the 20 January when Donald Trump was inaugurated. Elon Musk out of nowhere just decided, literally just a couple of weeks ago, that he's going to become a public servant. He went rogue, Elon rogue. So obviously Tesla right now, guys, the stock is crashing. I'm not going to put sprinkles on the cupcake neither. This is a horrible trade. I'm just going to give you guys the quick levels before you stop watching the video, so at least you get the key levels. At the end of the day, the thesis long term hasn't changed when it comes to Optimus and full self-driving. This is, in my humble opinion, a 5 to 10 trillion dollar market cap company if you're patient enough as a long-term investor. But right now, as I said in my last video, right, we broke the blue line right here, that key level, and then the next level was 296. That's exactly where we went, to the penny basically. And then today, well, we broke it again. We broke support. I'm going to explain to you guys why we keep dumping and why there is absolutely no bottom to this stock, and it's very alarming. It has to do with Elon Musk. But first, I just want to show you guys the next level now is 250. All right, so I would be very careful buying the dip on Tesla. I'm going to talk about it in the next 30 seconds. I just want to give you guys the key levels and what was important for you guys to be aware of. So yeah, right now, in my humble opinion, Tesla will continue being a falling knife until Elon Musk gets ousted as CEO of Tesla. You heard me correctly. I think he needs to resign. I think he's compromised. I agree with what he's doing with the politics that he talks about. I agree with most things. It's not about that. It's about, fulfilling your job as the CEO of a company. You have literally gone rogue. He basically just disappeared, stopped being the CEO out of nowhere 3 weeks ago, about in that ballpark. And now he's a public servant. He's almost vice president. It's crazy, to be honest. I've never seen something this effing crazy in my life. He has utterly obliterated the confidence of investor in the company. And before I continue with more of what's going on with Tesla, I just wanted to show you guys a Solana. Also, I sold when we broke this key support here. Honestly, the market right now could be over. Like, not just crypto, but crypto is a good indicator of liquidity in the system. At the end of the day, it's still the best blockchain out there by far when it comes to the technology. Like, kept a small size, but honestly, we could be rolling over. So I just wanted to show you guys the levels for Solana. Very disappointing. I really thought that, if this was a normal crypto cycle, Solana should have gone to $400, $600 per coin. But that's the thing, is I think that this will be reminded as one of the worst performing crypto cycle, which is ironical because we have literally a president that's supposed to be pro crypto and took out the regulation, and that was the top. If that was the top, it's kind of funny. There was also, Michael Saylor being on the Forbes list as well, right? So that's always a top. I'll put a screenshot on while I'm editing the video. When you see these individual on the cover of Forbes, it's always a top signal. So that's also one of the reasons why I was very cautious as well. So if you're buying and you end up being right at these levels, kudos to you. Personally, I don't like what I'm seeing. Also, the momentum also is negative. That's also why I was slowly taking profit. I told you guys after here in this ballpark, I sold, I think, half of my initial capital invested back in 2023. And then once we broke this other support, I sold 3/4 of all the rest. So I just want to be transparent. I hope I'm wrong. And so going back to Tesla, this is why I would be very cautious buying this bottom for Tesla. This sell-off has nothing to do with fundamentals nor technicals. So that is probably the most dangerous type of setup when it comes to a stock. I'm really unhappy, honestly, because I consider myself a long-term investor in Tesla, and I'm extremely unhappy with Elon Musk going rogue. So I was not expecting this to destroy the stock like that. And the problem right now is the stock will continue selling off until Elon Musk basically admits he was wrong, right? Bring way too much politics, and right now it's insane. Like, I'm just on Twitter, I'm looking at what he's doing. He keeps tweeting every 3 minutes on Twitter about politics. It's getting pretty bad. On top of that, he doesn't even seem to care, to be quite honest with you. So this is kind of why, in my humble opinion, if this continues and we keep just flushing, which I'm expecting until he basically pivots, this is the same thing that happened to Facebook with Mark Zuckerberg in 2021 and 2022. I'm just gonna show it to you guys. So if you guys remember, back in 2021, the Meta stock, Facebook stock, crashed about 70%. And the reason why was Mark Zuckerberg kept doubling down on the metaverse BS. And it just kept going down and going down and going down. And he was not listening to Wall Street. He was not listening to investors. And then finally, right here at that freaking bottom, right here at that conference call, he stopped mentioning the metaverse. And then that was the bottom for the stock. So right now, this is why it's extremely dangerous to try to buy the dip on Tesla, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I still have a good amount, but I did have to size down because I had way too much. And with the seal going rogue like this, it's not about the price going down and being scared of the drawdowns. It's understanding what's creating the drawdown and understanding that it's the uncertainty and the devastation that Elon has created for the brand value of Tesla. And he clearly is not listening, and that's the problem. This is why, if you have massive size and you're still up a little bit like me, like that's what I've been doing for the past couple of days. I trimmed down the position for risk management purposes because he's not backing down, he's not changing his stance. And it's not about you being on the left or the right, it's about you bringing too much politics into a freaking company, and he doesn't want to understand. And because of that, I think that this is not going to end well. I think that this is going to be extremely nasty before it gets better. So this is why personally I am waiting for Elon to pivot, or if not, if it gets really nasty, he's going to be ousted as CEO of Tesla. You have me on the record. I like Elon, but what he's doing right now is complete madness. You don't do this as the CEO of a company. If you want to get in politics, you resign, and you go pursue something else in life. But what he's doing right now is crazy. So I apologize if you're in the trade at the wrong time. The one thing that's important to take in note, to learn from this, is always buy during the bear market. That's what I did with Tesla stock, with Bitcoin, with Solana, all of those things, right? I was able to get out, and yes, I lost a lot of unrealized gains, but I still made some really good profits, right? The important thing to learn from this is the money is made in the bear market. It's made when you're buying when no one wants to buy, and that was what I was doing, including with Tesla stock. But my God, this is just terrible. And so I'm not seeing this rebound anytime soon until Elon pivots or basically has to resign or gets ousted as CEO of Tesla. And I don't think this is the bear market right now in 2025, but I do expect this correction to continue until the weekly trend following turns back positive. Right, so that's pretty much it. And then I showed you my stop loss for Bitcoin as well. If it happens, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna bring back those percentage back down to probably 4 to 5% of portfolios. I'll always keep a percentage of long-term portfolios in Bitcoin in the ETFs. It's very important for asset allocation. I already showed you the data as well. Hopefully you took a screenshot. It's a very good idea to have a percentage long-term of Bitcoin in your long-term portfolio. I showed you that, just 10% is enough. But obviously when you enter a bear market, I'm reducing that personally to 4 to 5%, and then we'll wait and we'll see. So I'll just take more profits. And it sucks, it wasn't the top, but I'd rather take profit now than be sorry too late. So hopefully this helps, guys. Stay blessed. Stick around the channel. I'm coding some really good indicators, guys, that are gonna make us a lot of money. By the way, I'm gonna give access to friends and family as well to these new indicators. All right, stay blessed, guys. God bless you. See you in the next video.